Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're killing it out there, because I know we're killing it in here. I'm Brett, this is Kodo Kiwi. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, this is a place where we dive deep into everything development, design, and we just have a bit of fun along the way. So before we get started, if you're new here or if you're just back for more, welcome to the channel. It's pretty good to have you here. Alright, so today what we're doing is we're going to look into basically how to remove a background image using Affinity Photo. Now, if you stuck around for my Photoshop tutorial or you found the other video where you didn't have to use either, then this video is going to be for those specifically using the Affinity platform. Now, in our case, we are using it on the Windows computer, which is fine. There are different versions of it which you can buy for Mac and Windows. One of the good things about Affinity though is that when you purchase it, there is no ongoing fees for it. So unlike Adobe Photoshop where you have to pay for a subscription license as you go, with this one you don't. You basically just buy it and then it's yours to keep forever. Well, I mean, until they're probably big enough and eventually they will go into a subscription model. But hopefully that's not for a while. Now, as you can see here, basically what we're going to do is we're going to drag in the same image we used before. Now this image is just something we've got off Unsplash. It's basically what we're going to be doing is cutting out the guy here in the middle. Now this is a couple step process, but it is quite easy to do. So the first thing you want to do is insert the image into your editor like I've done there. You can do that either by going File, open or whatever and pulling in from the desktop or just dragging it. Next thing you're going to want to do is down here on the sidebar, you're going to want to make sure that the padlock is not on for this. So our next step is we're going to pretty much set this layer to rasterize and trim. So to do that, it's pretty easy. All you need to do is right click on your image, and if you scroll down here you'll see something called Rasterize. I probably can't say it right, but you're going to want to select this one. Alright, so the next step here in our tutorial is basically we're going to go here and select this brush tool, and you can do that just by pressing W on your keyboard. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click Refine. So for the purposes of this, we're going to go here and use the foreground part of this tool. Now you can use the little brackets on the side, the open and close brackets, to extend your brush. Now basically what we're going to do here is then draw around our person. Which should automatically be feathered to grab more of him than what we need. Now I'm not going to be doing this overly perfect just for the purposes of this tutorial. You can adjust the width and everything to make this more accurate. Right, so basically when we have this all selected, we can just hit that apply button, which is then going to select basically our subject. Now we can just press delete and he's basically gone. Or in our case we can hit Control X, File, New, press Control V. It's going to come in a bit big because we've put him on a big thing. But there you have it. So now we've got our subject cut out. Now if we go back here and we go back into the Refine, now what you can do is, so you can zoom on this by holding Control and actually go and repaint some this person. So by adding the background in again, changing the tool to background, we're then able to actually refine this a bit better than what we had before. Now obviously this still isn't an amazing way to do it because we're obviously getting a bit of overflow here. That's because we've got our feathering up. So if we take our feathering down and then we change some of the foreground again, we're able to go over these bits and more accurately remove the bits we don't want. There's still a bit of a timely process to do, but overall you should have a lot better of a result doing it this way. Now once again, I'm not going to go over this entire image, but once you hit apply, you can then go Control C or Control X. In your new window, if you paste this guy down, you can then see the difference it makes around there. Now I know it's, like I said, it's not 100% clear, but with practice this way should work similar to using another tool in say Photoshop or wherever else you're in. Now Affinity Photo does have another tool which is just the eraser, but unlike Photoshop, it's a specific one that's used to erase backgrounds. Now it's not always the most accurate tool, but you should just be able to swipe it across or around your subject and it should remove the majority of the background around him. This generally works better when you've got single colours or things with not a lot of textures in there. The background we're using isn't exactly the easiest to cut out in this case. So I'm not going to go through fully doing that, but that is another way you can do it in the end. Alright, so that has it for this tutorial. Now I know I didn't 100% clip a lot of these images with a lot of accuracy, but that's alright. This was more designed to show you the tools that you can use to cut out an image correctly. Now if you do not use Affinity and you want to do this in Photoshop, I will put a link here to that video, and if you want to do it without using either, well, I've got a really awesome website which will do pretty much everything for you. So if you just click on this one, you'll be able to watch that video and see what website that is. So that does it for this video. Comment down below if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, if you just want to say thank you, or say if you just want to have your opinion on this video. Don't forget to destroy that like button, hit that subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I am going to be doing a library full of design, development, SEO, a lot of fun videos as well, and we're just really going to give you a good library of skills that's going to help you level up your production and design skills over the next year, or hopefully for the rest of your career. So until next time, it's been a pleasure having you here, and I'll see you in the next one.